We've not really mentioned Arne Slot, have we?
No.
And he
what
has
he's
been
done.
just a breath of fresh air. Look at the table. Look at Liverpool at the moment.
But you know what I like about
Brilliant.
him? Do you remember before the season started and reporters were saying to him, "Oh, it's been a quiet transfer window. You're not signing players." He says, "Yeah, because look at the squad of players that have been left. I'm not going to go and buy players as some managers want to do for no reason. If something comes up that's worth it, I'll go for it. But I'm happy with my squad of players. And look what he's done with them."
There's no doubt his eyes are on the Premier. He'll be thinking, we can only blow this now. We've got a lovely cushion. We win a game in hand, or even get a point at Everton.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But this will be at the back of his mind. Trent, Virgil, Salah, what am I going to do if I lose all three?
And also, I think if you're looking at the Champions League, Alan, looking at the standard of Real Madrid, they're not at their best. Bayern Munich, very good team, but they're not at their best like they have been in previous years. He'll be looking at his team and his squad of players and thinking, we are the best team in Europe. Let's go and win the Champions League. But, like you say, does he want the distractions of the next 3 or 4 months when contracts haven't been sorted?
Well, all three of them now are free to speak to foreign clubs this month and potentially agree to a move when this season finishes. For Trent, though, he's been at the club since the age of 7. And John, the Liverpool fan, I understand the Liverpool fans, where they're coming from here about, he owes us, we made him the player. I understand that. This is John, who called talkSPORT used to have his say on the contract drama.
The local lads are held to a different standard than anyone who comes in from anywhere else. Whether that's fair or not is questionable, but that is the reality of it. And I think Trent's largely been a role model in all the time he's played for the football club. And he's been at the club since he was, 6 or 7. And he's always been one that's been, right at the forefront, not just on the pitch, but off the pitch as well. He has a very good reputation for the stuff he does. And I think Liverpool fans are sickened, really, by the fact that he's going to leave it. And if he'd come in from another club, or if he got him from somewhere in London, for example, I don't think he'd be held to the same standard.
Yeah, homegrown, but is that Trent's fault that the club have dilly-dallied and left it this late? Look, at the end of the day, who are you pointing the finger at here? Surely it's the people on the board of Liverpool who deals with contracts. They shouldn't have let this run down. All three of them. They should not have let it run down.
And Al, what we spoke about earlier, you're Trent's advisors, agents, they're saying to him, listen, Real Madrid done it with Mbappe, got him on a free transfer, and they give him a big signing on fee like you wouldn't believe. Wouldn't surprise me. Trent signs on a free and he gets 50 million over a 4 or 5 year contract himself.
Well, let's get the thoughts of SJA Sports Journalist of the Year. A very happy New Year. Good morning to Henry Winter. Henry, morning.
Good morning, Henry.
Happy New Year, Alan. Happy New Year, Gabby.
Henry's a difficult one. Football's changed. Bosman changed all that. And as I say, I'm not out of order pointing the finger at the guy who deals with contracts at Liverpool. Am I? Why has he let these 3 great players, the contracts dwindle and tick down, so they're now an opportunity to go and talk to different clubs?
Well, Richard Hughes slightly inherited the situation. But you look at Trent Alexander-Arnold and the service that he has given Liverpool Football Club. You look at the team that's coming in for him. I mean, this is not an average team in Ligue 1. This is Real Madrid, the European and Spanish champions. This is would be a dream move for him. I have no inside information, but I just think that looking at it from the outside, that this is Real Madrid. And I think what the huge compliment you can pay to Trent Alexander-Arnold at the moment is that, maybe when he did that sort of yapping gesture when he scored the 4th against West Ham, and he was just signaling there's so much talk about it, but it's not affecting his football. You look at his form, you look at his application, his dedication. I think he's been outstanding.
Henry, you hear all these rumours, you get them all the time, don't you? You've got to follow them all up, but I'm told he had a hump a little bit, that it was all about Mo. We've got to keep Mo. We've got, and they've sort of not ignored him, but he was second best and he didn't like it.
That's not Trent Alexander-Arnold's personality. I don't think he's got that sort of ego. I think they're 3 separate issues. You would expect that sort of Mo Salah, who's handled it slightly differently from Trent. Mo Salah has come out and sort of talked in the media. about the sort, the slight delay. You would imagine that Mo Salah, he's basically just debating how long the deal would be. I can't believe it's completely down to money. And obviously, having passed 30 with FSG, the owners, they look at the data, they look at the age, they look at athletes when they go into their 30s. Is their form going to drop off? It certainly hasn't with Mo Salah. So you'd expect Salah to stay. Ditto Virgil van Dijk. You can't lose your captain. I mean, he's been outstanding again this season. Again, 30. Again, a player who, if you gave him the right contract, I'm sure would stay.
I think he's
Trent
the one who will
Alexander-Arnold's
stay.
Different.
I think he's the one. I think he's the one of the three that could stay.
I think two will stay. I think Mo Salah and Trent Alexander, and Virgil van Dijk will stay. Mo Salah, it's too early to go to Saudi. He can sign a 2-year deal, and Liverpool can make a few quid from him in a year's time if his form does dip. But he's too professional for that. Virgil van Dijk, again, another professional. Again, just look at their performances this season. I mean, we make a lot of it in the media, but they're just focused on doing well in the Champions League, fantastic in the Premier League. We've seen their form this season. Plus, also, it's interesting listening to the fan you had on earlier. That is very much a fan's perspective. And I completely respect that. And I suppose I got a sort of slight foot in.
But do
camps.
do FSG respect that? I'm not sure they do.
Henry, I see it as Real Madrid have been very clever. They've done it with Mbappe. Signed him on a free transfer, would have given him a lot of money when he signed. I think they're going to do the same with Trent. He's going to go on a free transfer. He's going to get a big lump sum for signing because Real Madrid aren't paying Liverpool anything. And if you're Trent's advisors, you'll be advising him to go on a free transfer. But I do get it from a Liverpool fan point of view. Well, we want some money for him. You're a homegrown player, 26. Real Madrid, going to get you on a free. We're not going to get a penny.
But sorry, why would Trent Alexander-Arnold want to leave Liverpool now in a January transfer window?
No, not now, in the summer.
Yeah, okay, but I mean, they could get a fee for him now. I mean, the offers of 20 million have been broached already. But Trent Alexander-Arnold, again, I'm surmising, but he has such respect for Liverpool Football Club that he will want to see out the season.
100%.
Do everything to get the Champions League and the Premier League and leave on a high. All these people who are saying he will have no legacy at Liverpool Football Club, I think that's disrespectful for someone who's given everything since he was 7. This is Real Madrid. With great respect to Liverpool, it is Real Madrid. It's not as if he's taking a step down.
Henry, what about just another homegrown player, Marcus? Amarin's talking about we're not safe from relegation. So do you think he's pushing through with the board for the sale of Marcus so he can go and get a couple of players?
Well, first, I'd be very surprised if Manchester United went down. And that would be an indictment of recruitment and also of Amarin's coaching. If they did go down, he's got enough decent players to keep them up. In terms of Rashford, he hasn't used him for 5 games. So if he is worried about relegation and he's got a player who's started 2 games for him and scored 3 goals, maybe he should use him. But I think the mood music from Manchester United for some time has been that Marcus Rashford is going to be moved on. They're going to generate a few quid to help them PSR and also for Amarin to strengthen the squad. But it's a difficult deal to do on Rashford because of the wages.
Yeah. Henry, just a quick one. I'm out of time. Arsenal showing character. We know Saka coming back last night. They're not out of this, are they?
Well, you look at Nwaneri's performance last night on the right. He won't. You can't replace Saka, but what a prospect this kid is. You two, as professionals, must have actually watched him playing on the right. Martinelli could go back onto the left to give him the balance. Jesus is playing now. He's got the confidence. Was it 6 goals in 4 through the middle? But Nwaneri, 17. What a prospect!
Incredible.
Nice one, Henry. Thank you.
Henry. Thank you, mate.
Speak later. And you, Henry Winter there.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.